Hi Aquarius, welcome to your reading for February 17th through the 23rd. We're going to see what's happening the week ahead with this all oracle deck here. I'm going to do all oracle cards for the week's message instead of tarot this week. I'll tell you why in just a moment. And then I'm going to pull an affirmation card for you all from this deck here. As you can tell, I'm feeling a little galactic here today with my nails and the cards. But we're going to see what's happening in the week ahead for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. The reason why I'm using all Oracle cards this deck, guys, is because that Leo full moon might have brought up a lot of fear for a lot of people. So we're going to go with the Oracle cards for like more spiritual guidance, encouragement, comfort, all that good stuff. Here's your Monday, Tuesday. Here is your Wednesday, Thursday, and your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. There we are, my dears, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So for Monday, Tuesday, we have unplugged from mass consciousness. Now, Aquarius, this is really important when we're in our spiritual journey, but it's going to be especially important for an Aquarius. And I'll tell you why, Aquarius. You all are in that realm of thoughts. Okay, you guys are an earth element, not earth, I'm sorry, air element. So you're very intellectual, you're very intelligent, and you're very much in that energy of thought. And as you're coming into your awakening process, you're going to begin to see things like the way people are thinking, the things people are talking about, that's going to cause you some distress. Okay, as you're awakening, as you're coming into your spiritual connection, the state of affairs of the world might be brought to you in a way where there's a lot of fear being perpetuated. And so it could be a good idea for you to disconnect. You know, maybe kind of take a break from watching the news. Maybe kind of take a break from anyone or anything that's putting this idea of fear or division out there, because the fact of it is, my darlings, is there is a lot of unrest right now in a lot of different parts of the world. And I'm not saying, and Spirit is not saying, to be unrealistically optimistic about it, you know, and say, oh, everything's dandy, everything's great. No, that's not what Spirit is saying. But Spirit is saying, do not allow yourself to connect with anything that is increasing your anxiety, your fear, your sense of hopelessness, because the lower vibrational energies want us to feel hopeless. They want us to be in fear, because then we feel stuck. And then we can't bring about positive changes within our own life or into the life of others. And it becomes very much, unpeaceful energy. People wanting to fight each other. People wanting to battle each other. So it's going to be a good idea to disconnect from that and to say, you know what? I don't want to get into that aggravation. I don't want to get into that feeling of like war. I want to step away. I want to be connected to my higher self. I want to be connected to my higher power. And I want to ascend my consciousness in this way. So maybe a good idea, like I said, turn off the TV, step away from the news. Maybe, don't go looking at the paper, because a lot of things have agendas where they want people to view situations in a certain way, or they want people to hate each other. And we don't want to hate each other. We don't want to battle each other. We don't want to be in that low vibration. You want to kind of turn away from anything that's feeding that fear. Okay, so maybe step away from media. Maybe this is going to be a good week for you to spend some quiet time, or do some journaling, do some spiritual work, turn off the TV, turn off the radio. If you're listening to music, then listen to music without anything that's going to come in and distract your thinking. For some of you, Aquarius, I'm hearing turn off the morning talk radio. Not because morning talk radio is wrong or that it's bad. No, because maybe you listen to morning talk radio that's funny, or maybe they just talk about celebrity gossip, and maybe it's very like lighthearted. But you might want to use that morning commute time to do something more mindful, to do something that's going to allow you to be more present. That morning period is very important. It's very crucial, because it's a time to start off your whole intention of the day. And if you're doing something mindless, something that's just causing your brain to veg out, you're not going to make significant epiphanies in your life or connections, because you're not using that morning time to connect, to really set your intention for the day, to set your intention for your life, to be in your gratitude. So maybe turn off the morning talk radio just as a matter of disconnecting from distraction. It might not necessarily be negative or toxic, but it may be distracting. So maybe spend some time this week, especially Monday, Tuesday, Aquarius, to be very mindful as you start your day. Your next card here is going to be Soul Child. Okay, so this is kind of realizing your connection with universal love, with cosmic love, that you are a child of God or the child of the universe, that you deserve to be loved, that you deserve to be taken care of. Get out of the idea or the concept of having to pay rent, Aquarius. And I don't mean rent in terms of like, if you are renting a house or renting an apartment. I don't mean that you're going to give up paying rent. I mean, if you like having a roof over your head, you're going to have to pay that rent. When I say give up the concept of paying rent, I mean like having to justify your existence to anybody, or having to jump through hoops to make yourself more likable in some way. Some of you are having a very deep soul awakening to where you're wanting to make changes in your life, and you're worried how the people in your life are going to perceive them. And so this is trying to remind you that you don't really owe it to anybody to like water yourself down, or to edit yourself, or to assume some identity that's more convenient for them. You are worthy of love as you are, who you are in this moment now. You don't have to pretend to be somebody else. You don't have to pay rent in that aspect, in that way, right? You don't owe it to anybody to look a certain way, or to sound a certain way, or to, be more pleasing. All you need to do is just be yourself, and to do the things that come naturally to you. And it's going to be beneficial. It's going to be beneficial for you. It's going to be beneficial for those that are aligned with that energy. So understanding and knowing your worth as you are in the present moment, right? You are deserving of love for who you truly are. You are deserving of success of who you truly are, and to be in that path, to be in that energy. Okay, so your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday card, Aquarius, we have Dark Night of the Soul. Now, this is a heavy card. This is a very heavy card. We talked about some of you being in that spiritual awakening. And we talked about in the past videos, the past few weeks, there's been a lot of messages coming out for Aquarius about how you guys are coming more into the heart self. You're coming more into the emotional realm. So some of you around the full moon that we just had, you may have had very intense emotions coming up. And as you're going through this awakening, as you're going through this soul growth, you may see a lot of your old life falling away. You may see a lot of changes in your life, and that might be scaring you, okay? And so it might feel kind of overwhelming, and it might feel very much like this spiritual death or this emotional death, but it's coming in with a rebirth. You're experiencing the old paradigm falling away. You're experiencing the illusion and the ego falling away. And you're coming into a new energy. You're coming into the new life. You've wanted this. You've asked for this. And now that it's here, don't allow the transition time of it to scare you. Okay? So, these cards actually come with little affirmations or invocations, and I'm not going to share them for every single card, but I know that those of you who are having a hard time with that dark night of the soul, who are having a hard time with the transformation, it might be helpful to have the invocation for this particular card. So the invocation there is, the dark night of the soul is love calling me into light, calling me to let go of fear, to release my every doubt and say instead, I know that love is more real, more powerful than anything else. Always. So I accept love's power and grace, and I invite the healing presence of unconditional divine love into my heart now. Bring me the peace and spiritual blessing that I need to be freed from darkness and opened to the sweet light of love's truth. May all beings caught in darkness be assisted by unconditional love to see, feel, and know that the path of love is theirs forever. Through my own free will, so be it. So I'll also put this here if you want to take a screenshot of the invocation, if it's something you want to incorporate with your candle work or affirmation work. Okay, so this is a transition bringing you out of fear and into love. So don't let that word dark night of the soul scare you too much. We're going to look at what your affirmation is for the week from this Miracles deck. And again, guys, I encourage you to watch your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks those are going to resonate with you more than others. They might bring a little extra information. You may need a private reading, which I'll talk about that in just a moment at the end, about the private readings. But let's see what your affirmation is here for the week. Okay. So we have Miracles Now deck, and your affirmation is, when I respect my money respects me. So some of your spiritual stance that you're having to take care is your relationship with money. You're deserving this to receive what you're doing financially for other people. Aquarius, I feel for some of you, you may have really been spoiling somebody in your life financially, or somebody in your life has been making you feel like you owe it to them to do more for them financially. And so a part of your healing is going to be healing your relationship with money, healing your relationship with how much you're doing for others financially, or, you know, not paying rent that way and like feeling like you have to earn somebody's love, or you have to express your love through what you're doing for them financially. So there's something being healed in that way. Okay. These are general readings. Again, watching your moon sign or rising sign can be helpful. If you would like a private reading, you can click on the Calendly link and schedule a private reading with me there, because a lot of people are taking advantage of the sale I'm having right now. Usually the 60-minute videos are $150, but to say thank you for having reached 88,000 subscribers a couple weeks ago, I have some limited spots open for the 60-minute videos for 88 instead of 150. There are other options on there too that are far less. I've got a pretty wide range of price points, so there could be something that would be helpful for you. I know a lot of you are going to say stuff about my nails, because a lot of you do. If you liked my nails, I'm going to go ahead and link in the description of the video what I used for my nails. I got it off Amazon, but I took it to my nail tech. So my nail tech did my acrylics, and then he went ahead and he put these on. So I will have that linked in the description if you just want to do them yourself without acrylics, or if you want to take them to your nail tech and get amethyst nails, you can do that. I'll have that linked in the description as well. If you would like weekly messages, please don't forget Amethyst Angellight on Instagram and Facebook. Every single morning I post a message of the day, and then every single day I do pick a card game that a lot of people like. And I've been posting more in terms of affirmations, and I posted something for the full moon, for like a little full moon ritual. So there's going to be a lot more of that stuff on the social media. Make sure you take advantage of that as well on Instagram and Facebook. I thank you all so much for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I'm wishing you a fabulous week, Aquarius. Take care.